the sheets of iron flying through the air. Oh, holy crap, look at that. Huge tornadoes hitting our house. But we're at Aaron's. Oh, it's going right through our house. Down the gully. Oh, that sounded like a train coming. Oh, that was amazing. Scary crap.
Hello everyone, Yandere Lover here, back with another video. I'm going to try and be doing this every week. It's going to be like sort of a weekly thing, you know. I'm going to try and get these videos out every week. Summaries of tornadoes from the past, or if a major tornado happens on Friday morning, our time, Thursday in America, then as I know that there is supposed to be an outbreak during that period of time, then I will do a summary on that tornado the next week. Anyways, this video is focusing on the 1902 Bucca tornado, which was one of the most violent tornadoes ever observed in Australia, being the first Australian tornado to be officially rated F4 on the Fujita scale. It occurred near the township of Bucca, which is near Bundaberg in Queensland, on the 29th of November 1992 at around 2:20 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. The tornado was accompanied by cricket ball-sized hail across the Bucca and Bullyard regions. November is traditionally the start of the thunderstorm season along the eastern seaboard of Australia, with a rise in average humidity and warmer ground temperatures combining with more frequent occurrences of cool air in the upper atmosphere. These conditions are conducive for producing severe thunderstorms, particularly those which feature hail. The conditions on Sunday, the 29th of November, were extremely unsettled. There were a series of thunderstorm cells that formed early in the morning, despite it being more common for thunderstorms to form in the late afternoon in the southeast Queensland region. These storms, which had periodic bursts of severe lightning, cleared quickly. Thunderstorms began to form again just before midday, as hot and humid conditions became more acute in the middle part of the day. The Bureau of Meteorology radar picked up a series of cells to the northwest of Brisbane, the capital of Queensland, and the data suggested that there was a possibility of large hail. The Bureau immediately issued a severe thunderstorm warning for the coastal region between Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast, 100 kilometres to the north. The main cell in the thunderstorm system appeared from the Bureau of Meteorology radar analysis to split into two separate and distinct cells. This development resulted in one part of the major storm to head north to Maroochydore, while the other part headed south towards Brisbane. The southern cell struck Brisbane just after 1 p.m. with intense lightning activity and hailstones the size of marbles falling. The storm caused a lengthy delay during the first test of the series between Australia and the West Indies, when hail forced play to be stopped at the Brisbane Cricket Ground around 1:15 p.m. The northern cell continued to intensify throughout the afternoon. The Bureau of Meteorology then recognised it as a supercell, which often bring erratic developments and often last for long periods of time. The storm dropped hailstones which were between 8 and 10 centimetres around Maroochydore on the Sunshine Coast, damaging the roofs of around 80 houses in the area. The hail also damaged aircraft at a local airport and dented cars, as well as inflicting injuries to a handful of swimmers at beaches near Maroochydore. The extreme instability caused at least 3 more supercells in the region. 2 separate cells, both produced a tornado that were recorded as two of the most powerful in Australian history. The third supercell, which formed just after 3 p.m, immediately after the two tornadoes, near Gladstone, produced golf ball sized hail that caused crop damage around Gladstone. The total damage to crops from the event was placed in the millions. Only minutes after the Oakhurst tornado, which was an F3 tornado which struck not too long before, another supercell developed to the southwest of Bundaberg, around 400 kilometres north of Brisbane and 150 kilometres north of the Oakhurst tornado. It strengthened and moved in a northeast direction, causing severe damage to the Bullyard and Bucca areas with giant hailstones described as the size of a cricket ball. The supercell then spawned a tornado in the Bucca and Colin areas. According to reports by meteorologists, the tornado was so strong and the effects caused on the area it hit was so extreme that household appliances were displaced, small objects were embedded in trees and house walls, and a 3-ton truck body was carried 300 metres across the ground. However, as with Oakhurst, the rural nature of the area limited the damage caused by the tornado. The tornado damaged or destroyed 9 houses, some flattened to the ground. Trees were snapped and stones were found embedded in tree trunks. Several tree saplings were speared into the walls of homes. A refrigerator from one home was actually blown away and never found. As stated before, a 3-ton truck was also thrown 300 metres and approximately 20 cattle were killed. Jeff Callahan, a retired senior severe weather forecaster at the Bureau of Meteorology, said, and I quote, "The Bucca tornado was rated F4 or possibly an F5. Although the most violent tornado in Australian history with an official rating, the tornado thankfully did not kill or seriously injure anyone." Examination by a severe weather team from the Bureau of Meteorology examined the damage in the Bucca and Colin region and recorded it as an F4 on the Fujita scale. This corresponds to the tornado being able to produce winds between 331 and 417 kilometers per hour and of devastating intensity. This is the first tornado ever to be recorded as an F4 in Australian history. Ultimately, the tornado would have profound impacts on those who were affected on the short but intense path of destruction that it took, despite there being no fatalities or serious injuries. People lost homes, many of which were completely destroyed. They lost everything they had from the tornado. At the end of the day, the tornado cemented itself down in Australian history as one of, if not the most violent tornado ever recorded. Anyways, guys, that's it. As I said, I plan on making more of these videos. I'm going to try, as I said, try and make one every week. I might not be able to do it every week, but I'm going to try, and I can assure you of that. Also, the EAS scenario is still coming, and of course I've already put my 2023 AFL ladder predictions out, so go check that out. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you later for the next video.